What's up, Proto? TsucchieKage here, coming at you with another Chaos Zero Nightmare video. Happy New Year! Happy 2026. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic holiday season, and with the holiday season being over, we will be going back to our normal upload and stream schedule, but there will be some changes. So quick housekeeping things. What we're going to be doing here now going forward is I'll be uploading 3 videos a week and streaming each weekend day. So Saturday and Sundays you will expect a constant stream from me, no matter if it's going to be long or short. And during the week, it'll either be, the stream will be Chaos Zero Nightmare going into a variety game, or Epic 7 going into a variety game. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this video, where we're going to be talking about what I would feel are 7 invaluable new player tips and tricks for any individuals that's starting off in Chaos Zero Nightmare. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it. Now, just a general disclaimer before we hop into this video. These tips are catered towards individuals that have, like I said, no or minimal experience with a Hoyo style game or gacha games in general. In the event that you guys want a more comprehensive video detailing, the more in-depth tips and tricks for going further into the game, then how about we set a like goal of 10 likes? If we can get 10 likes in this video, then I'll go ahead and do that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into number 1. In all games, progression is key, and that is no different in a game such as Chaos Zero Nightmare. So, the first number 1 step is to push the story. Honestly, just do whatever the game tells you to do. In that moment, whenever you're progressing, from the moment that you load into Chaos Zero Nightmare on your first day to the moment that you log off, anything and everything that the game tells you that it wants you to do, give it a try. You should honestly be focusing on progression until you hit either a level cap where you aren't able to progress due to the game having an arbitrary stopgap, or the enemies are just clapping your cheeks, to be honest with you. Once you have pushed story to the furthest extent that you can get it to, you may want to switch over to completing and performing your battle missions. Now, always keep in mind that your battle missions matter, and you should be doing those periodically just to clear those out for the rewards, as well as the level up materials. In your secondary effect, if you are an individual that have come from a Hoyo or Hoyo style game, then you already know that the growth guide is your friend. Follow it until, I want to say, around level 40, 45. Once you get to around that area in the game, you're going to get to a section where it's going to, instead of being more so of rapid progression, it's going to be incremental as you make that slow, arduous climb up to the 50s and then the highs, 55s to the 60s. Now, what also goes hand in hand with the pushing and progressing of the story is the collectathon method. In the games like Chaos Zero Nightmare or other games of this nature, follow the red dot, or what I like to call in CZN, the end of newness, because you never know what's going to become the opposite end of that. Now, there are a lot of red dots in the game, which you should also follow, especially when it comes to collecting rewards from achievements, collecting the free items that you'll get from the seasonal shop, things of that nature. You always want to make sure that you're checking these things, so that way you're not missing any free resources. Now, for when I'm speaking about these things, I always want to focus on key objectives and key outcomes when you want to look at progression to your account. So in regard to the main progression of getting your first team, which would be your first 6 units, to level 45, and then get them up to level 50, and then level 55 and level 60, and then progressing from there, is that you always want to make sure that you have a clear goal in mind, and that you are then following that goal with the collectathon method of, okay, I want this specific unit, I want to farm out this unit's gear and things of that nature, so you gotta go and collect. Tip number 3 is, honestly, you just gotta get stronger. Like, don't take this as me telling you that you need to get good, but you should make sure that you are putting yourself in the best position possible to clear that piece of content. So that means imprint everything. Now, for individuals that come from gacha games like Epic 7 or things of that nature, then you should also know you should probably keep 2 copies of things. So in Epic 7, you always want to keep 2 copies of artifacts. Sometimes you want to keep 2 copies of characters in the event that they're duplications or another variant comes out that also uses that specific unit as a duplicate. But here in CZN, it looks like the only things that have that quote-unquote duplication value where you can have multiple on your accounts with max dupes would be your partners. So also in regard to getting stronger, you want to make sure that you're actually testing your units. Don't be afraid to actually get out there, get into the mix, and see what specific units do. It's not that hard. Now, I do know with a game like CZN, they do not have a tower mode / mode that you're able to test things in, which is unfortunate. But myself and other content creators have been trying to get on them about that so that we can have that readily available for you individuals, similar to what Nikke has, where you're able to take in not only just the unit that is on banner, but also all of your other units, and you're able to just max them up to the highest level, just to see how they work and how they synergize with one another, you know. So something like that, where we're able to actually just create our own decks and then go into a simulation room just to test things out would be very nice. But also, when it comes to getting stronger, you're also going to want to test your units and find out what makes them tick, what certain epiphanies kind of fix their shortcomings. Let's say you don't have so many dupes into a specific unit. Well, what epiphanies, what pieces of gear in their kit actually benefits them so that they can actually become a serviceable unit in the future. A lot of individuals, especially at Yuki's release for season 1, they stated that Yuki was bad because what if you just draw into Yuki's cards and you don't have this specific ego manifestation? However, they did not know that there is a specific equipment called Fragment of the Void. It is a wonderful chess piece or armor piece in Chaos Zero Nightmares, where at the start of battle, you basically are able to select 3 cards in your hand, discard them, and draw 3 brand new ones. And due to the fact that Yuki's inspiration, which is attunement with extra steps, that's a nice bit of go. But we're gonna go ahead and move on from this topic because I don't want to hold you guys up too long. Now, if you stuck this long enough, I greatly appreciate you. So I'm just gonna do a quick plug. If you are enjoying the content, please, hopefully that I've earned your subscription at this point in time. Go ahead and drop any feedback that you may have in the comment section down below, or give me a nice little subscribe and follow me on Twitch.tv/TsucchieKage. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into number 4. I briefly touched on this earlier, but number 4 is going to be quick, fast, in a hurry. Only focus on 2 core teams. Honestly, genuinely, until you get to your account level to about level 50, focus on just 2 teams. Focus on a core 6 units, 2 DPSs, 2 healers, maybe a shielder, a draw support, or you can probably just mix and match. Just make sure that each team has damage, shielding, and or healing. So more often than not, you're going to want shielding and healing and a sub DPS. It all depends on your playstyle and how you like the game. But more often than not, especially with games, if you're coming from Hoyo, or if you don't know what the Hoyo style is, resources are hard to come by, and since everything is stamina locked, luckily for us, with Chaos Zero Nightmare, things aren't locked to specific days of the week. Looking at you, Genshin. We're able to farm whatever we need on what day we require them. So let's go ahead and move on to number 5. Number 5. Now, this may be a little bit controversial, but it's okay to fail a chaos run. Like, to quote a great woman, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Try again. End quote. Anyway, so the same way with that wonderful Leah quote is that chaos is the same way. The more you interact with the mode, the more it becomes second nature. The more you get used to how to navigate within the system, the more you're able to get acclimated with the system. You know where you can cut some corners, where you can eke some things out, what units you can run in, if you can go in with double DPSs to make your chaos runs a little bit faster, you know, especially with the new, or I guess the established method of farming with Ray and Veronica. You know, that also speeds things along, so it's just best to just go in, try it out, see what works, see what doesn't work, test things out, learn different enemy patterns, grow up your expedition journal, I should say expedition journal, grow up your exploration level for that specific chaos world, make things easier for you, unlock specific upgrades for the Zero system, and Bob's your uncle, Fonny's your aunt, you're going to win eventually. Now, number 6. The auto button is a lie. Do not press auto. There are probably 2 to 3 units in this game where auto is somewhat serviceable. Number 7. Oh no, this is going to be really controversial. Big Scamba. Save everything for limited banners. Asterisks. Quote unquote. Seasonal and collaboration characters. These are the only units that will not, and Smilegate has explicitly said this, so if anyone tells you that they haven't, they're lying to you. These are the only things that will never show up on the standard banner. That includes their partners. So, if you are an individual that are a low spender and or free to play, if you look at what's recently just dropped onto the game, our lovely goddess Serenial, yeah, limited units are busted. So this is probably like the biggest advice that I can give you as someone that has come over from Epic 7 and other Gacha games. FOMO isn't real. And if you don't know what FOMO is, that's fear of missing out. Yeah, I'm going to use a lot of acronyms for this channel, but understand this. If the unit is your waifu for life, or your husbando, and you're going to stick beside them, then don't let me or anybody else tell you otherwise. So go ahead and live your life, king and or queen and or whatever. I don't know what you want. Whatever you be in this lifetime. But yeah, so Big Scamba. The Gamba is a lie. Like, everyone's gonna tell you, oh, you need to go and chase these dupes. Oh, you need to go and get the this specific imprint or manifestation for this specific partner. No, you don't. All right, so don't follow that. But always make sure that you walk to the beat of your own drum. Now, this video is kind of getting very long, so that's about it for my 7 tips for individuals that are starting out to CZN, or honestly, Gacha in general. But and now I do know that some of the points were specific to the CZN specific and the distinct core gameplay and style, but you can utilize this specific thought process and this how you go against approaching Gacha games with this mindset. So if you have any questions or feel like I missed anything or probably should have included something else to win into further, please, again, like I said earlier, sound off in the comment section down below. Go ahead and check out Discord. That will be in the link in the description.